Welcome back, y'all. We've got a pair of shoes here from Beckett Simonon, and one of the things that we were going to do on our channel was take different brands of shoes and not really just focus on the uppers and the exterior shell of it, but we want to crack them open so that you as the buyer can have be more knowledgeable on how the shoe is actually constructed. And Beckett Simonon reached out to us a couple of weeks ago and sent us a couple of pair. This pair, however, we're not going to crack open. We're actually going to be talking about what's the first thing you should do with a pair of shoes when you get it. So we'll go by step. You automatically get hit by that fresh smell of leather. It's just beautiful, beautiful. All right. Slap it over. They always stuff these things in here. Okay, so one of the first things that you want to do when you get a brand new pair of shoes is not really think just polish. You want to think, what has the leather been doing before it was actually turned into a shoe? And the simple the simple answer to that is it's been sitting on a rack in a warehouse. It could be months and months before, since it left the tannery till it's actually made into a shoe. Could have been even longer than that. But those things are sitting on a shelf collecting dust. The temperature is changing, so you don't really know how much moisture is still in that hide. So the first thing I like to do when I get a pair of shoes is strictly go straight to the conditioner. And you can do that with two different things. You don't have to use Saphir. We just like to use Saphir. You can use any leather conditioner that you've used in the past, as long as do a little research over the brand, make sure it's actually good, really good for the leather. You've got the universal, or you can use like the Renovateur. Now, a little side note, if your brand new pair of shoes has like a burnished look or a painted patina, because that's all the rage right now, they actually spray that stuff on or hand paint that stuff on, and you do use your Renovateur, it does have a cleaning agent in it. It's got a solvent in it, and it may, high probability, that it could take some of that off. So if you do have a patina, I would just skip this and go straight to a basic conditioner. If it is a standard kind of stock leather, it came straight out of the tumblers at the tannery, that color, you really can't go wrong. You can use either one of these. So I would condition first. That's step one. Step two, and this is a complete optional thing, is put on a shoe cream. I don't always do that because I like the natural look. It has no scuffs, it's straight out of the box. It's got all the color that I want in it, so why am I gonna put more color on it? So I usually just skip this and then I go straight to step three. But if you do want to put a little bit of a cream on there after your conditioner, that's fine, just go ahead and do that. Step three is the wax. Now, well, I thought you said wax is bad. No, wax is bad in excess. So everything in moderation. What I do with the wax is I like to go and put one thin coat over the entire shoe. You can even put one thin little coat across here, across the vamp, but you don't want to layer that stuff on. Now, one of the reasons I feel comfortable also doing that is strictly because of, one, how natural it is, the Saphir Medal d'Or, and also because it really kind of soaks more into the leather versus just kind of sits on the surface like some cheaper waxes. So one coat all over the shoe. If I want to hit that toe and I want to hit the heel, basically any place that's hard on the shoe, then I can go back and put a second coat, or you can go and put some of the Mirror Gloss Saphir Medal d'Or on there, and just to give that little bit of extra shine, but also just to create that one little film barrier to separate your leather from the elements. You know, you're gonna wear them for the first time, might get a little bit of a mist on there. It's gonna give a little bit of a barrier versus just leaving them raw. Step four, and this is probably one of the most important, is get yourself a pair of trees. If you're gonna be wearing these, you're gonna be pouring some sweat into them. You're going to be putting them in your closet like I know a lot of guys do. Some people are very meticulous about wanting to place them in their bags and all that. Some guys just toss them in their closet. You don't want to get them crushed, especially you don't want your toe puff and your heel counter to get creases in them, because you can't get those out. So protect your shoes in the shape and get the sweat out of it, get the moisture pulled out of it by getting you a pair of trees. Just go ahead, invest, and they keep the shape. These monks. And it's protected. Now you're ready to store them wherever you want, and those are the 4 basic steps for what you should do when you get a brand new pair of shoes. All right, gentlemen, if you haven't had a chance to check out our website, Potter & Sons, then go over and check that out. Everything that we show for y'all on these videos, we have provided for y'all there. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and see you next time.